To begin this card, we're going to do all of our stamping first. So I'm going to start with a piece of Marina Mist. It's going to be 3.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches. And I'm going to be using the postcard sentiment from the Winter Post stamp set. Get that good and inked up. And I'm just going to stamp it. I'm actually going to stamp it upside down so I can see where the top of the letters are, because I'm more concerned about having ink on this side than this side over here. The next thing I'm going to do is with my Stampin' Jig, I ran some Very Vanilla cardstock through my Big Shot with the Circles No. 2 die. So this is the 2-inch circle. And for me, I found it's easier to do the die cutting first rather than try to stamp and then line it up as it goes through the Big Shot. So I'm just going to stamp this snowflake right into the center of my circle there. Then I'm going to take another piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and I'm going to stamp this kind of over to the side. I want to have access to that center part here in a minute. And then I have a 1/2 inch strip of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to do the Peace on Earth, and this is from the For the Holiday stamp set. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Jig because it is such a little piece. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Plus my Stampin' Jig will help hold that Very Vanilla in place for me. So stamp that. So all this got stamped in Marina Mist ink. Alright. So now we're going to start building layers on our card. So the base of the card is going to be 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Get that good and pressed down. Then I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and this Very Vanilla is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. This will just go onto the front. Then I have a piece that I ran through the crimper, and this is Baja Breeze, and this piece is going to be 5 inches, is what the length is going to start at, 5 inches by 1 inch. And I'm going to put snail all the way down because it's going to only hit where the bumps are, so I'm going to need to use more snail than I normally would for a piece of cardstock. Alright, get that on there. Then I've got a piece of Bashful Blue, and this is 4 inches by 2 inches, and just going to put some snail on the back of this. This is going to go a little off to the right, and then I'm going to do my postcard words onto the left. Alright, I punched out a 2.5 inch circle punch, and then I used the 2 3/8 inch circle punch, or scallop circle punch. This one's going to be Marina Mist, this one's Baja Breeze. Those are going to get layered together. Our cute little snowflake is going to go on top of that. And then I punched out from the Boho Blossoms a Marina Mist, this one right here. And it's just going to go into that snowflake. And then remember this little extra one that we did? I'm going to use my 1/2 inch circle punch and just grab that inside. Put some snail right in the middle. And it's just a fun way to add a little bit more to that snowflake. So this is going to get dimensionals behind it. Put this onto the card. I'm going to take my Peace on Earth along with my square punch and just divot out that right side. And then I can adjust it to how long I want it. So I'm just going to cut it right about there. So kind of close to where the edge of my words are. So then I'm going to put it onto my card. Let's see here. I'm going to do it down low. So I'm going to put snail right onto the base of that Marina Mist. And then just kind of curl it. There we go. So I'm going to put another piece of snail right there to catch it. right there. So it's raised up right there in the middle. Alright, so then I'm going to grab itty bitty piece of sticky strip and my sticky strip scissors. So we're talking maybe a 1-inch section of sticky strip. I'm just going to put it right across here. Peel off the red part. Grab some of Victoria lace and do a little ribbon gathering. Then I'm just going to give that a trim. Then I tied with the 1/8 inch taffeta Marina Mist ribbon a little bow, and I'm just going to grab a mini glue dot behind that. And just put it down there on the corner. Okay, so we're almost done. Now I'm going to grab some of my rhinestone jewels. So I'm using the very large ones. Oops. Alright. There we go. And then I'm going to add some down here in the bottom corner, or bottom edge, I suppose. Okay, take a look. This one needs to be scooted over just a smidge. Oh, and you know what? Let's go ahead and put one right in the middle up there. See how these fly around on me? I normally use my paper piercer, but I have no clue where I put it this morning. So, alright, so there we go. There we have our very elegant Marina Mist Christmas card.